Hi, I'm Ashley Billington, and you're watching The Warmup, presented by your local Geico agents in Cypress, Spring, Pearland, and East Houston. Another great week of Texas high school football is coming at you this week, as we're inching closer to everyone going under the Friday night lights. Here are this week's news and notes. 5 and 6A teams started practicing September 7th. They will be allowed to start playing games on September 24th and will have 11 weeks to complete 10 games. The UIL emailed superintendents across the state threatening sanctions if fans do not adhere to COVID-19 guidelines. They are all people in attendance must wear face coverings to protect your nose and mouth, except when a person is eating or drinking, has a medical condition that prevents them from wearing a covering, or is maintaining 6 feet social distancing. It's almost here. 5 and 6A squads are finally able to start practicing. And on September 24th, we'll have them going head-to-head for Friday Night Lights. But we still have some great action coming at you from small schools on this week's Chevy's Inside High School Sports. It's rivalry week as Bay City takes on Wharton. The Black Cats are 2-0 as they beat Sweeney 21-15 and Edna 41-11. They go 25 miles up 60 to Wharton this Friday night. The Tigers are 0-2 to start the season, but there's no better way to turn things around than with a rivalry game. The Spartans go to Belleville for our game of the week this week. This game will be interesting as Stafford is 0-2 and Belleville is 2-0. Belleville's running back Richard Reese ran for 342 yards and 6 touchdowns in their win last week. Stafford will have to shut him down if they want to have a chance of winning this one. Some great football on the gridiron this week on Chevy's Inside High School Sports. You can catch all the highlights at 11 p.m. on KHU 11 this Saturday. Now let's see what's going in our IHSS Time Capsule this week.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk about my memories as a whole, being kind of a football player and what that means. I cherish every single one of the memories I have and will continue to make. Every relationship I have with a coach, with a player. We consider ourselves a family. That's a big motto and saying we have around our program. Forget about me, I love you. And I truly value that, and that's one of the standards you hold as a kind of football player. You truly develop a love for each person next to you, and I love every single coach that we have on our staff. And I mean, I'll argue that you will have just as many conversations about things off the football field as you do on the field, and that means a lot, that you're not just a football player. They care about your grades, what you're doing, and most importantly, just making sure you're becoming a great young man, because I think everybody knows that football is not forever, and that is a big deal to our coach Klein, and everything that he is invested into us. I mean, just an NFL veteran. I mean, he's seen it all, done it all, reached the pinnacle of a football career, and he's preaching to us all the time that this is not the highlight of your life. And I appreciate that. It's just the small things that I will take with me as I leave the program and go on to do something else someday. Also, I want to talk about just the relationships I have with my teammates. It can be corny, but I truly do consider my teammates my brothers, my family, and I would do anything for them. They mean a lot to me. Just some of my best friends that I've grown up with since freshman year. A lot of them since I was a whole lot younger. I had a childhood together, and that's something that is important, because especially in this weird time with this whole COVID situation, we're blessed that we can play football. We started Monday along with a lot of programs around here, a lot of our competition, but I mean, all it takes is a few cases and we're right back to square one of not playing football. And that's why playing every moment and every play and every game like your last has really been highlighted, because any single moment can be our last time with an O on our chest as a kind of football player. And that's really struck home with a lot of us. It means a lot to us that we make the most of everything. And yeah.
Here on The Warmup, we want to honor players and teams outside of football and basketball that deserve to be recognized. And this group of Falcons are flying high on the pitch. According to TopDrawer.com, the Lady Tompkins Lady Falcons are ranked number 2 in the entire nation in the Fall 2020 Fab 50 National High School Rankings. They are number 1 in the state of Texas and have a handful of Division I commits. Last season, the Falcons went undefeated with a 17-0-1 record, scoring a total of 62 goals for the season and only allowing 4 goals against all season long. In their last 2 seasons, the Falcons' only loss came at the hands of the South Lake Carroll Lady Dragons in the state championship game.
3, 1, 2, 3, Falcons!
On this week's episode of Chevy's Inside High School Sports, we go to Dickinson High School to meet the Gators and one of the top players in the country.
I mean, last year, all of our DBs were seniors, and so I was hesitant of like how our DBs were going to be because they was all coming from JV. But being out here and going to get some 7-on-7, I feel like it's going good, and I feel like our team could be the same, if not better than last year. Most likely going to be better though. But yeah.
Now let's take our extra point. Can you win this game?
The Bone Dog, SpongeBob, the Amazing World of Gumballs, oh my gosh, Ed and Eddie, dang, Mickey Mouse, dang, Rick and Morty, Rugrats.
Football started on Monday for 5 and 6A. Here are some of the sights and sounds from day 1 of Texas high school football practice for them. Volleyball is now in session for teams around the greater Houston area. Memorial High School had 5 girls make the Under Armour All-American watch list. Congrats, ladies. That's all we have for this week's episode. Follow all of our Inside High School Sports social accounts to stay up to date on everything going on in the high school sports scene. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. That throughout the week will get you ready for the main event, Chevy's Inside High School Sports on KGU11 at 11 p.m. hosted by Matt Musil. Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Warmup, presented by your local Geico agents in Cypress, Spring, Pearland, and East Houston. To get more information or a quote, go to geico.com/Houston. I'm Ashley Bullington, and I hope you're ready for all the action on the gridiron.